Hey guys, what's up? It's me, MJ Fangirl, and today we're going to be talking about something that I'm really excited about. Have you guys ever wanted to learn more about the creative process behind Michael Jackson's History album? So if you're interested in history and learning more about Michael's creative process as an artist, stay tuned. You won't want to miss this book review. You are now watching MJ Fangirl TV.
Girl, you got to know. We can touch the sky like history.
Alright, if you are new to my channel and if you have not seen my face before, my name is MJ Fangirl and I make videos for and about the Michael Jackson fan community. I also make travel vlogs where I visit Michael Jackson related locations all around the world. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, give me a thumbs up on this video, and also hit the notification bell so that YouTube will alert you every time I upload a new video. Oh, let's make history. This book is so impressive, you guys, and I just want to start off by just telling you some of the facts. The book is about 200 pages, it's a paperback, it's got really nice large text, it's got some photos. It's not photo heavy, but it does have some photos that I've never seen before, so that's definitely a plus. It's also got some pictures of some handwritten lyrics and things written down by Michael, so that's always awesome as well. But when I first got this book, I was like, okay, I like the History album. I'll be honest with you guys, prior to reading this, I didn't know much about the process and what went into making the History album. Now, one thing that I want to tell you guys about the book is that it doesn't only cover the second disc. As you guys know, History was a double disc album, and the first disc, the first half, is all of Michael's songs previous to the History album, like the biggest hits. And then afterwards, it's the new records. Well, this actually touches upon both. And I am so excited about that because I got to learn things that I didn't even expect to learn from when I opened the book. Now, it's interesting, Bryce Nahar is a fan, just like you and I, a longtime fan, and this is his third book that he's written about Michael Jackson. Now, the cool thing is how he got the idea to actually tap into the actual people who were in the studio and collaborating with Michael. So Bryce Nahar supposedly meets Quincy Jones one year, and he's trying to gift him one of his books. I think the first book that he wrote was about Michael's solo career. The second one was about his career with the Jacksons. He tries to give him the book, and Quincy Jones, you guys know Quincy, he's pretty blunt. He was like, "Oh, were you in the room? Who wrote this? Were you a producer?" You know, basically just, you know, busting his chops for how you're gonna give this to me. I was in the room. It sparked this idea in his head to connect with the collaborators, people that Michael worked with, and this goes from people that are composers, songwriters, keyboardists, even down to the girl that sings on the song History. You probably guys know her voice. She sings, "Let's harmonize all around the world," like the girl that sings with Michael. Such a sweet voice. But even her, you know, Bryce has tapped into her. Now, every collaborator has 3 to 4 pages, sometimes longer, of an interview. So I'm gonna share with you really quickly one of my favorite stories, and that is the story of She's Out of My Life. Now, Thomas Baylor is the songwriter for She's Out of My Life, and he goes through an entire, I mean, you guys, when I'm talking about like the entire process, he talks about the process of him writing it because it was based on his own personal experience. He talks about the girlfriends that he had and the person that he almost married that She's Out of My Life was based on. And they talked also really interestingly enough about that everybody, I think you guys may know, but if you don't know, take a listen to She's Out of My Life. Take a listen to the end. Michael's crying on the record. You probably have to listen to headphones, listen to it on headphones or whatever to hear it. But Michael is singing through tears in that song. And according to Quincy Jones, they recorded that song 8, 9, 10 times, and all those takes Michael cried through it. And I loved hearing the feedback from the writer on this, because originally there's a part in She's Out of My Life at the end where Michael says, "And it cuts like a knife, she's out of my life," to the last 2 lyrics. And originally those lyrics were supposed to be, "And she won't be my wife, or something about being a wife. And Michael goes up to the writer, Thomas Baylor, and he's like, look, I'm only 19. I don't really think that it's relevant that I sing about having a wife. That's not really like what's on my mind. So he really liked the cuts like a knife verse from earlier in the song, so he suggested that instead of singing and she won't be my wife or she's not going to be my wife. And they ended up switching the lyric according to Michael's suggestion, and it worked out perfectly. So another really interesting part of this book was told by the sound engineer Rob Hoffman. He talks about going into the studio with Michael, and now this is in the second part of the book where we're talking about the newer songs, and he talks about Michael's recording of Stranger in Moscow and Childhood. And he says that he never heard Michael in the studio hit a bad note. And he said that he's worked with a lot of artists and that just doesn't happen, that Michael was just amazing in that regard. And, you know, Stranger in Moscow, Childhood, these are very emotional and very autobiographical songs from Michael. And something that I found interesting was that he shared that Michael does not get in the studio that day. He won't sing the song that day if he's not in that emotional space to sing it. And one of the things that I've always felt, you guys, about Michael Jackson and why he's been able to reach so many people is because in those songs, the emotions are so, like, they're so robust. They're so, you can just connect to them. You can automatically, when you are listening to Stranger in Moscow, if you're in that space, you know, Michael's in that space when he's singing about that loneliness and feeling that isolation and that sadness, and oh my gosh, I got the chills. And it's just incredible to hear someone else kind of verify what I'd been thinking all along, and I'm sure some of you guys have been thinking all along, is that Michael's really feeling that when he's singing it. And Rob Hoffman talks about how that's why the recording process and everything probably took so long with Michael Jackson, because he never would come and sing a song that he wasn't feeling. So if you're someone that wants to get a bigger understanding, a greater, deeper understanding of Michael as an artist, I would definitely pick this book up. This book is not too technical at all. It was really, really an easy read, like I said. And if you're interested in learning about just stories that people had just working with Michael, sometimes they tell the stories of how they stopped working with Michael, which is also interesting. I think if you guys are interested in learning more about Michael as an artist, you should definitely pick this up. The book is available in Spanish, English, and in French. Visit Bryce Nahar's website, which I'm gonna put right here, for more information. You can see he's got tons of pictures and endorsements by many of Michael's collaborators through the years, and I think that's just awesome. I really respect when fans are out there doing their thing and spreading the love and spreading Michael Jackson's message and his artistry. Anyway, you guys, I'm done rambling here. I will talk to you guys next time. So before I got out of here, I just want to share something so cool that I got in my P.O. box the other day. Someone sent this to me. One Night Off the Wall with Michael Jackson plus opening act MJ Fangirl. You guys! That's so cool. I love it. Thank you! Alright, now I'm ready to get out of here. See you guys next time. Bye.
You and I can make sweet love is great. There's no more I can